Hello everyone, welcome to my channel CGS.insight. Here you will find a monthly compilation of concise and relevant current affairs. I hope you will find it useful. Let's start. This video is for April 2025 current affairs. The first one is the fourth edition of the India-US Tri-Service Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief (HADR) exercise known as Tiger Trump is set to take place from 1st to 13 April 2025 in Visakhapatnam. Next, India faces a critical health challenge with rabies and snakebite fatalities. The government has introduced Juvin, a digital platform aimed at a real-time monitoring of anti-rabies vaccines and anti-snake venom stocks. Next, in December 2024, India's external debt reached approximately $718 billion. This marked an increase of 10.7% from the previous year. Next, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana continues to be a mainstay of India's financial inclusion effort as of the financial year 2024. Recently, the scheme achieved milestone regarding 55 crore beneficiaries and accumulating a total balance of 2.5 lakh crore in accounts. Next, Morocco has initiated project known as Water Highway to address its pressing water crisis. The project redirects surplus water from the Sibo River to supply drinking. Next, the Green Credit Program has launched by India's Environment Ministry to enhance forest cover and promote sustainable practices. The program was rolled out basically in October 2023. The Future Circular Corridor is an ambitious project proposed by CERN to succeed the Large Hadron Corridor unveiled in 2025. The FCC, the Future Circular Corridor, that is to address fundamental questions in physics and enhance our understanding of the universe. This initiative is set to be one of the largest scientific undertakings in history, with a projected cost of approximately $17 billion. Next, Assam launched the Lakhpati Bediyo program. This initiative aims to empower women entrepreneurs through financial support and training. In the financial year 24-25, India achieved milestone in defense export, reaching rupee 23,622 crore. This represents a growth of 12.04% from the previous year. Next, India's defense export rose by rupees 2,539 crore compared to financial year 2023-24. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has set ambitious target for the future, aiming for defence exports to exceed rupee 30,000 crore in FY 25-26. The government plans to reach 50,000 crore by 29. The Modi government initially set a target of 35,000 crore for aerospace and defense goods over 5 years. Next, as the sixth BIMSTEC summit held in Bangkok, PM Modi unveiled a 21-point action plan aimed at enhancing cooperation and among members. This plan aligns with India's Neighborhood First and Act East policies. Next, India and China emerged as the only developing nations with substantial private investment in AI. A recent UN report, UNCTAD Frontier Technologies Readiness Index, brought into light India's advancement in technology readiness and AI capabilities, placing it among the top countries globally. India, Bhutan, Morocco, Moldova, and Timor-Leste improved due to better human capital, more education, plus high-skill jobs. India ranks 36 on the UNCTAD Frontier Technologies Readiness Index. Next, the Government of India has recently approved Phase 2 of the Vibrant Villages program. This initiative aims to encourage comprehensive development in the strategic villages along international land borders. The total financial allocation for this phase is rupees 6,839 crore. The first phase focused on village near the China border, and the second phase will expand to select villages across 15 states and 2 union territories till 2028-29. Next, due to increasing threat from Russia, NATO countries Poland, Finland, and the three Baltic states Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania are planning to leave the Ottawa Convention, which bans anti-personnel landmines. The convention came into force on 1st of March 1999. Next, recently the Gujarat Police announced the launch of the GP Drashti initiative. This project aims to enhance policing through drone technology. Next, ISRO achieved milestone with the controlled re-entry of the PSLV orbital experimental module POEM-4 into Earth's atmosphere. The successful re-entry puts stress on ISRO's commitment to managing space debris and promoting sustainable operations in outer space. PM POEM-4 was launched on December 30, 2024 as part of the Space Docking Experiment (SPADEX) mission. Next, the 2025 Breakthrough Prize in Fundamental Physics has recognized 13,508 physicists from 4 collaborative projects at CERN. This prestigious award, often referred to as the Oscars of Science, was announced on April 5, 2025. It marks advancement in life sciences, mathematics, and fundamental physics. The Breakthrough Prize was set up in 2013. Its founders include Mark Zuckerberg, Priscilla Chan, Sergey Brin, Annie Wojcicki, and Yuri and Julia Milner. Next, the report Trends in Maternal Mortality 2000 to 2023 is a new publication from the United Nations Maternal Mortality Estimation Interagency Group (MMEIG), which includes WHO, UNICEF, UNFPA, and the World Bank, and the Union Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Maternal mortality refers to deaths related to complications from pregnancy or childbirth. It is a critical indicator of healthcare quality. The report from WHO and other agencies showed a 40% decline in global maternal death since 2000. In 2000, India's maternal mortality rate was 362 per 1 lakh live births, dropping to 80 in 2023. This is remarkable decreasement. Next, the European Space Agency is set to launch its BioMOS mission aimed at mapping the world's forests. Next, the Palna scheme, initiated in 2022, aims to enhance child care for working mothers in India. Next, India launched the Skill Accelerator initiative in collaboration with the World Economic Forum. Next, the Amnesty International recently released the Death Sentences and Executions 2024 report. According to the report, in the year 2024, the number of recorded executions worldwide surged to 1518, the highest figure in nearly a decade. Next, the Panchayat Advancement Index was introduced by the Government of India in 2025. It ranks over 2.5 lakh panchayats based on their progress towards Sustainable Development Goal (SDGs). The PAI evaluates panchayats on a scale of 0 to 100. There are three categories: achiever, performer, beginner. It is important that no panchayat achieved the highest achiever status. Next, the Government of India has recently launched the Electronics Components Manufacturing Scheme (ECMS) to strengthen its electronics manufacturing sector. The scheme was approved by the Cabinet with a funding allocation of rupees 22,919 crore. Next, the Himalayan High Altitude Atmospheric and Climate Center was inaugurated in Nathop, Udhampur district. Next, Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority (IEFA) and India Post Payment Bank (IPPB) launched Phase 2 of Niveshak Didi initiative. Next, recently Bangladesh became the 54th nation to sign the Artemis Accords. The Artemis Accords aim to establish guidelines that ensure peaceful and cooperative exploration of outer space. The Artemis Accord originated in October 2020. They were established by the United Nations, NASA, and 8 initial signatory nations. The accords are based on existing treaties like the Outer Space Treaty of 1967. Next, Japan's West Japan Railway Company revealed the world's first 3D printed train station in Arida town. Next, the periodic labor force survey is vital for understanding India's employment landscape. The urban areas, the EFPR for males rose from 74.3% in 2023 to 7.64% in 2024. Female participation also saw a slight increase to 25.8%. Overall, the national LFPR increased from 50.3% to 50.0%. Worker population ratio. The worker population ratio showed slight improvement across all categories. In urban areas, it increased from 47.0% to 47.6%. At the national level, the WPR remained relatively unchanged, moving from 53.4% to 53.5%. Next, the unemployment rate in rural areas experienced a minor decline from 5.3 to 4.2%. This reduction was observed in both male and female unemployment rates. Conversely, urban male unemployment rose slightly from 6.4% to 6.1%, while female unemployment decreased from 8.9% to 8.2%. The overall urban unemployment rate remained stable at 6.7%. At the all India level, unemployment saw slight drop from 5% to 4.9%. Next, the Pradhan Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman Scheme, formerly known as the National Program for Midday Meal. It was renamed in September 2021. Next, State of Social Protection Report 2025 was released recently by the World Bank. It reveals that 1.6 billion individuals receive no social protection at all. As of 2025, nearly 2 billion people in low and middle income countries lack adequate social protection. Next, DRDO recently introduced the BM-04, a next generation short range ballistic missile (SRBM) at a defense exhibition in Hyderabad. This missile is designed to enhance India's conventional strike capabilities, particularly against Pakistan. The missile can hit a target up to 1500 km away and carries a conventional warhead of 500 kg. Next, DRDO recently completed successful release trials of the long-range glide bomb named Gaurav. Next, the Namami Gange Mission 2.0 is an extension of the original Namami Gange program initiated in 2014. This mission aims to effectively reduce pollution and rejuvenate the river Ganga. It's set to continue until March 2026. Next, DRDO of India has successfully trialed the Mark II-A laser-directed energy weapon system. Next, Beijing Declaration is the most comprehensive global plan to achieve gender equality and women's empowerment. It was adopted in 1995 at the Fourth World Conference on Women in Beijing. It was signed by 189 countries. Pohela Boisak, also known as Bengali New Year, is a celebration marking the first day of traditional Bengali calendar. Recently, it will be observed on April 15, welcoming the year 1432. Next, the India Justice Report 2025 marks disparities in justice delivery across India. The IJR 2025 ranks Karnataka as the top large state, follows by Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Next, Italian hydroelectric project with 3097 megawatt capacity aimed at harnessing the hydropower potential of the Dibang Valley in Arunachal Pradesh. The Italian project is located in the Dibang Valley, which is rich in water resources. Next, UNCTAD recently released a report titled Trade and Development Foresight 2025. Under Pressure, Uncertainty Reshapes Global Economic Prospects. According to the report, growth is expected to decline to just 2.3%. Next, the sixth edition of the India-Uzbekistan joint military exercise, that is called Dastik, commenced on April 16, 2025 at the Foreign Training Node in Pune. Next, UNCTAD recently released a report titled Trade and Development Foresight 2025 Under Pressure. This has been done already. Next, the sixth edition of the India-Uzbekistan joint military. This one also has been done already. Next, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Mr. M.K. Stalin announced the formation of high-level committee to review the center-state relationship in India. The committee, chaired by Justice Kurian Joseph, aims to reinforce the constitutional right of Indian states. Next, Japan is set to enhance India's high-speed rail capabilities by providing two Shinkansen trains for free. These trains models E5 and E3 will serve as a test vehicle for the Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet train project. Next, India has recently achieved milestone in quantum communication by successfully demonstrating its first quantum key distribution QKD transmission over a 4 crore core multi-core fiber. Next, the Philippines is set to host the Balikatan Joint Military Exercise 2025, involving the United States, Australia, and Japan. Next, the manuscripts of the Bhagavad Gita and Bharata's Natyasastra were added to UNESCO Memory of the World Register. UNESCO initiated the Memory of the World program in 1992. Next, the Telangana government has launched the Telangana Bahu Bharati Record of Rights Act 2025 to address the land-related issues. The initiative follows the challenges. Next, EUNAFOR Operation Atlanta is a naval operation of the European Union. It operates primarily in the Western Indian Ocean and the Red Sea. Indian Air Force and UAE Air Force joint exercise will be held as the name exercise Desert Flag 10. Next, the HEALD Healthy Liver Education and Alcohol Associated Liver Disease Prevention Initiative aims to address liver disease in India. Next, Garya Puja is an important festival celebrated in Tripura on April 21 each year. Next, Amaravati, the upcoming capital of Andhra Pradesh, is to make history as the first city globally to operate entirely on renewable energy. Project Secure is a pioneering initiative based on England's south coast aimed at enhancing the ocean's role in combating climate change. On April 16, 2025, India's Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw announced the successful breakthrough of the country's longest rail tunnel at Jansu in Uttarakhand. The milestone is a part of Rishikesh Karnaprayag broad gauge rail link project. Next, the Pink E-Rickshaw initiative launched in Maharashtra aims to empower women by providing them with eco-friendly transportation options. Next, India's first quantum computing village in Amaravati. This initiative aims to create a pioneering ecosystem for quantum computing research and collaboration. Next, greenhouse gas emission intensity target rule 2025. It is component of India's carbon credit trading scheme 2023. The primary aim is to establish a national framework for reducing greenhouse gas emissions through credit through carbon credit trading. The targets will be applicable from 2025-26 to 26-27 using baseline data from 23-24. These emissions intensity rules support India's broader climate strategy, which aims for net zero emissions by 2070. Next, on April 24, 2025, China will launch its Shenzhou 20 mission, carrying 3 astronauts to the Tiangong space station. This mission coincides with China's 10th Space Day, celebrating its achievement in space exploration. Next, India has made remarkable progress in reducing poverty over the past decade. According to the World Bank report, extreme poverty has decreased with 171 million people lifted above the poverty line between 2011 and 2023. This shift lifted 375 million people out of poverty, with rural poverty decreasing from 69% to 32.5% and urban poverty from 43.5% to 17.2%. Multidimensional Poverty Index (MPI) reflects non-monetary poverty. The MPI was measured at 15.5% in 2023, indicating substantial progress in addressing various poverty dimensions beyond income. Income inequality trends. While the consumption-based Gini index improved from 28.8 to 25.5 in 2022-23. The Gini index for income increased from 52 in 2000 to 62 in 2023. This disparity suggests that wage gap remain, with the top 10% earning 30 times more than the bottom 10% in 2023-24. The River Cities Alliance (RCA) is initiative aimed at promoting sustainable urban river management in India. Established in 2021, it is a collaborative effort by the Ministry of Jal Shakti and the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. The RCA currently comprises 145 cities, focusing on integrating river-sensitive urban planning into urban development. AI Kiran is a national movement launched to promote women's leadership in artificial intelligence in India. As the nation's AI market is projected to reach $17 billion by 2027, the initiative aims to address the gender disparity in this rapidly evolving field. Next, the UN recently released the State of the World's Indigenous People report. It reveals that indigenous people represent about 6% of the global population. Next, Utruncu, located in the central Andes of Bolivia, is often referred as a zombie volcano. Despite being dormant for 250,000 years, it exhibits signs of unrest. That's all for today. See you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and moving ahead with cgs.insight. The PDF link is given in the description. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.